Madam Speaker, I move to recognize the gentleman from Bicol-Saro Party List, the Honorable Terry L. Redon, to
The,
avail of the privilege hour.
the Honorable Representative Terry L. Ridon from the party list Bicol, Saro is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, esteemed colleagues, mga kababayan, I speak today on a matter of great urgency not only for this chamber, but the nation. In the 19th Congress, the Quad Committee took on one of the boldest and most consequential investigations in recent memory. In the name of accountability and the pursuit of justice, four committees, dangerous drugs, public order and safety, human rights and public accounts under one banner, to uncover the truth, no matter how well it was hidden, even if the search led to the highest corridors of power. What the committee uncovered was staggering, a tangled web of criminality and corruption where death was a business and human rights were viewed as a nuisance. Links between drug syndicates and powerful individuals were exposed. Systemic failures in our institutions that allowed foreign nationals to exploit our laws, acquiring lands, operating shadow economies, and even obtaining Philippine citizenship under false pretenses. But let us be clear, Madam Speaker, hindi pa tapos ang trabaho ng Quad Committee. Madami na ang natuklasan, ngunit para sa akin sa 20th Congress, madami pa rin pong kailangang itanong. It is not yet finished because there are still questions that demand answers. It is not finished because crimes were committed and justice has yet to be served. And it is not finished because our people deserve the full unfiltered truth, nothing less than the whole story, not half-truths espoused by those who would protect the perpetrators. Allow me to remind this chamber of some of the unfinished business which the Quad Committee of the 19th Congress paved the path for us to follow. First, the possibility that funds for the Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office, PCSO, funds meant to help the sick, the poor, and the most vulnerable in our society were misused, laundered, and even transferred out of the Philippines. Ayon kay Police Lieutenant Colonel Jovi Espinido, isa sa mga pinagkukunan ng pondo para sa drug reward system ay ang Small Town Lottery o STL ng PCSO, kung saan ang perang kinokolekta mula sa STL ay binibigay sa mga police regional commanders or provincial commanders at sila ang nagbibigay ng reward money sa grupo o individual na matagumpay na nakapatay. Kung totoo ito, hindi lang pera ang ninakaw, ninakaw rin ang pag-asa ng mga pinaka-nangangailangan. Sino ang nakinabang? Saan napunta ang pera? Hanggang ngayon, wala pa rin pong malinaw na sagot. Second, we heard the chilling testimony of Superintendent Marvin Marcos, former Criminal Investigation and Detection Group head of Eastern Visayas within the Philippine National Police, that confirming the existence of a reward system within the Philippine National Police that incentivized the killing of suspected criminals at ng inner circle. Ang importanteng katanungan ay, sino-sino ang nasa inner circle na ito? Third, the cryptic statement of former Bureau of Customs BOC Intelligence Officer Jimmy Guban. Save the Queen that they wanted to be the next president. Ano ang ibig sabihin nito? Sino ang queen na ito at ano ang papel niya sa sistemang nagpapalaganap ng droga at smuggling? Siya ba ang tunay na nakikinabang sa TARA system na lantarang ginagamit sa BOC upang makalusot ang smuggled goods at drugs sa bansa? Fourth, the infiltration of our institutions by foreign nationals operating under the guise of Philippine citizenship. The Quad Committee uncovered how they manipulated our laws on delayed birth registration to secure Philippine birth certificates, acquire vast tracts of land in contradiction of the constitutional prohibition of owners on foreigners owning private and public lands in the Philippines and establish businesses. These are just some of the issues the 19th Congress uncovered. this may be just the tip of the iceberg. Additionally, 2 years ago, on July 26, 2023, the Committee on Public Accounts initiated a motu proprio inquiry into the alleged irregularities in the procurement process and unlawful contracts entered into by the municipality of Mexico, Pampanga. In the course of the investigation, the committee uncovered the collusion between former Mayor Teddy Tumang and other officials of the municipality and Chinese nationals to acquire hundreds of hectares of land in Mexico, Pampanga. It is well established that foreign individuals are prohibited by the Constitution from purchasing land in the Philippines. However, it has come to light that this constitutional safeguard is being openly disregarded as these Chinese nationals have managed to acquire land through fraudulent means. This kind of worms was uncovered when an individual named A.D. Taiyang was implicated in the irregular purchase and sale of agricultural land that had been reclassified by the Sangguniang Bayan of Mexico, Pampanga, without complying with various legal requirements. The investigation revealed that this was done in collusion with former Mayor Tumang, who purchased the land from Mr. Yang on behalf of the municipality at an inflated price. Meanwhile, in the Committee on Dangerous Drugs own investigation, the name of A.D. Taiyang also surfaced as one of the suspected drug lords allegedly in collusion with several high-profile drug lords. These findings suggest possible links between Mr. Yang and organized criminal networks. Mr. Speaker, my colleagues, the stakes could not be higher. If we allow these questions to remain unanswered, if we permit these investigations to fade into the background of our legislative history, then what message are we sending to the Filipino people and to the future generations? That the powerful can simply wait out accountability, that truth and justice can be buried under the weight of time and political expediency. That cannot be the legacy of this Congress. We owe it to the Filipino people to continue the work. The Quad Committee of the 19th Congress laid that foundation. It gathered crucial testimony, it unearthed evidence, it opened doors that had long been kept shut. But we in the 20th Congress must be the ones to continue and hopefully finish what they started. We already have their progress reports, findings, and recommendations. Alam na natin kung sino ang mga individual at institusyon na kailangang busisiin. And we know that if we do not act now, the window for accountability may close. This is not about vengeance. This is about justice. This is not about partisanship. This is about the truth. This is not dwelling on the past. This is about securing the future of a nation governed by law and not by fear or corruption. To those who say we should move on, I say this today. Moving on without accountability is surrender, and we as representatives of the people did not take our oaths of office to surrender. We swore to uphold the Constitution, defend the Republic, and serve the nation. That duty requires us to confront uncomfortable truths and demand answers, even when those answers implicate the most powerful individuals in our land. Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, I call on this Congress to reconvene the Quad Committee. Bigyan natin sila ng mandate to continue the investigations of the 19th Congress. Let us give them the tools and resources to pursue every lead and hold every guilty party accountable, no matter how high they sit or how far they have run. This is our duty, not just to the victims of extrajudicial killings, not just to those whose lives were lost and destroyed by drugs or corruption, but to every Filipino who believes in the nation of justice, truth, and equality under the law. Nanonood po ang mga Pilipino. Magkaroon tayo ng tapang na tapusin ang nasimulan. Let this 20th Congress be remembered as the Congress that refused to flinch, refused to turn away, and proved to the world that in the Philippines, truth and justice still matter. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Speaker. Dear colleagues.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that the speech of the Honorable Terry Redon be referred to the Committee on Rules for its appropriate action.
There's a motion. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.